One, two, three, four. Hey, everybody, it's Mike, KO4PDI. Having some USB issues here. All right, we got that. We're listening to SO50 right now. Don't hear anybody. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 9. I don't even hear myself. I wasn't really planning on doing an ISS or a satellite pass just now. I was going to talk about slow scan TV. And we're missing the radio camera here. Let's see which one it is. That's it right there. I'll tell you, wind blows sucks, in the words of Mike, K8MRD. How's everybody today? This is KO4PDI, the ham fun guy, just repairing stuff. I shouldn't have gone live until I knew this stuff worked, you know? We're listening to we're listening to SO50 right now, and I seem to think there's somebody on there. I see signals on the waterfall, but I'm not hearing voices, but it's a very low pass. It's only at 11 degrees. Max elevation is only going to be 12.8 degrees. I really should go to YouTube and pop out the chat. I haven't done that yet. Let's go to my YouTube channel. How is everybody today? I hope you're doing well. Click on the live. Turn off the audio. And pop out the chat. How did everybody do on the SSTV? Anybody do well on that? Pop out chat. All right, happy Sunday morning to everybody. You're watching me arrange my screen here to get on the air. We're listening to SO50 right now, but we're not hearing anybody on it, so I'm not even going to bother trying to call out. Well, let's try a little bit. We might be able to get somebody on here. We're at the peak of the pass right now. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. I may have to send a 74.4 tone to wake up the transmitter. Just sent it. Let's see if we get it now. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Let's verify my voice is going out. Oh, it's not. The microphone's on the wrong radio. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99, KO4 PDI calling Echo Lima 99 is the grid square. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India on SO50. Nothing coming back. Try the 74.4 again. Switch back to 67. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India. Nothing. And we got the preamp on. Let's turn off the preamp. You normally don't need the preamp on SO50. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India. Nothing. Oh, well. Oh, that's why. It's not on the right. It was on upper sideband, lower sideband. Now let's try it. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99, KO4 PDI, Echo Lima 99. Not hearing anybody. Don't know why. How did everybody make out with your SSTV images? Did you do good? Yeah, I don't hear anybody on SO50. I don't know what's going on. Very low pass, though. JO97's about the same, but it's only got 17 seconds left, so we're not even going to try that one. All right, we're not going to do satellites now anyway. That wasn't the reason I came on, so take the headphones off. We don't need that. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Sadly, the ISS Slow Scan TV experiment will end at 2 p.m. Eastern Time today. My next ISS pass over me is at 2:16, so I got what I got. I didn't get all the images. I have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I got multiple copies of each one. There were 2 images that dealt with STS 51, which was also being celebrated on this mission, because that was the first shuttle mission where they did SSTV, was STS 51. I see my good buddy Iman has come on. How you doing, Iman? How's things up in Northern Ireland? I hope well. Why am I not seeing the chat on the screen? I selected it. Featured chat. There it is, right up. Oh, there it is. I'm going to move that so it's in a better place where it's easier to see. Let's move that over here. Not there. Right here, top left. All right. Yeah, so Iman came to the game. We got one person watching. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had a good week. I did not try to make one voice contact on the ISS for the whole week because I was too busy trying to get all 12 of the images. Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the images, and I have 2 that are unidentified. I have to go to the website, the ARISS website, and see if I can figure out which 2 images those are, because I only got partials. I am doing well. Iman. I am doing much better than I was last week. Last week I was in a basket case. Wasn't doing much of anything. But today I'm feeling much, much better. I already took the dog out to play. She didn't like it. It was too hot. We have a heat advisory in effect. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get done with this, I am going to jump off here and jump into my pool. I'm going to try to get the dog to go in the pool too. I really would like to get her in there. Got to train her to enjoy the water. She's not like a Labrador or a golden retriever that loves the water and loves to go in the water. She's not that dog. As a matter of fact, she's not that crazy about the water. I have had her in the pool once. I got to work on her with that. She's got a mind of her own. She thinks she's the boss sometimes, and I got to train her that, no, I'm the boss. So the images I got were pretty good. Let me see if I can somehow bring them on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Opening up my photo director suite. We don't want AI tools, business. No, we want to browse. Organize the images. All right. Let's see if I can bring this on the screen somehow. All right, let's bring on, good morning, Ed. How you doing, Ed? Good morning. I'm going to try to bring a display onto the screen. Let's go to the SSTV page. All right, this is the page I was doing when I was streaming SSTV. Let's see if I can get a display capture on here to show you the images. Display capture. N4ILB. Deet! That's Roger's friend. How you doing, Deet? Where is the display capture? I just added it. Where is it? Bring it up here. All right. So now you're looking at one of my displays right now. We can adjust this side. You don't need to see all that. You just want to see the images. All right. So here is one of the images that I got. This is number 11 of 12. I got this one 3 times. Let's see if we can scroll through them. All right, let's start. Nope. Working with a new program here. I used to do a lot of my image stuff with Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and then that got to be too damn expensive. So what I did was I switched over to Photo Director Suite. So let's start with, here's one image. This is the Apollo Soyuz crew. Got this image a bunch of times. Here's another version of it. It's actually the same image. That's 9 of 12. Here's one where I got it only partial. Here's another partial of that same image. I got a bunch of them that weren't even, didn't even come out good. Like this one. I forget what number this is, but this is the Apollo Soyuz with the Soyuz just about to dock with the Apollo. Right there. Here's the one they made a mistake on. N4 ILB, good morning. Ed. Oh, the music's playing. Sorry about that, Ed. Do you hear my voice? 1, 2. Now you're not hearing my voice either. Oh, God. This my for some reason. All right, you do hear my voice. There it is right there. All right. All right. I got the intro music playing. Thanks for telling me, Ed. I got rid of that. D Jokes. That's how he pronounces his name. Let's get it right. I shut off the music. Yes, I got it. Hey, Doug Lane. Welcome aboard, Doug. Dietz, last name Jokes, is pronounced Jokes. You should be a stand-up comic, Dietz. Although you're a quiet guy, you're probably not into that. All right, so this is the image they got wrong. See, it says Soyuz parentheses right, Apollo left. That's wrong. That's the Apollo on the right, and it's the Soyuz on the left. And the Apollo didn't take off from the platform at the bottom. You could see below the flames or behind the flames, you could see the platform that raised up the Saturn 1B to the height of a Saturn V so that the rest of the tower matched up with the second stage. And Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar November Charlie. Welcome aboard, man. All right, so that's that one. We got a good one of that, too. This is another one. That's a different image, believe it or not, of the same image. Here is a bad image of them. The bad images are from passes that weren't that high. All right, there's that. And then this is one. This has to do with STS-51. And this is... I didn't get this in. I don't know what number this is. I have to look this up and try to figure it out. Let's see. Here's another one from STS-51. Oh, I did get 3. Let me mark that down. I got more than I thought. Oh, I'm going through this list now, and I'm seeing pictures I didn't know I had. All right, so we got a 3. And that one was this one. This is 4. Okay, so we got... Maybe I did get it. I haven't been through here much. This one. What number is this one? Let's see if I got a better one of that. Oh, yes, I do. That would be here. That is 5 of 12. Ooh. I only need 1, 2, and 6. No, 1, 2, 6, and 12 I need. What is this? Don't know what number this is. But we had a better one of that earlier. No, we didn't. Here's the one I love. This is Lou McFadden. This is 6 of 12. All right, so right now the only ones I don't have are 1, 2, and 12. So this one here is 5. Got that. Let's see what else we got going here. There's Lou again. Oh, this one was 5 of 12. Okay, got that. This one we got already. This is the patch. I believe I have a better one of the patch. Yeah, I do. This is the patch here. I'm going to give that one 5 stars. This was 7 of 12. I have that 4 times I got that image. This is not from that mission. This is another one. Here's another one of Lou. Lou McFadden, Whiskey 5, Delta India Delta. If you ever watched my opening video, I have a little interview with him at Hamcation this year. Let's see. That's another one of Lou. There's another one of Lou. No, this isn't Lou. This is 5 of 12. That's the crew of STS 51. This is the patch for Apollo Soyuz, but that didn't come out good. I have better ones of that. Here's another one of Lou. Another one of the rockets taking off. Here's a good one of the patch. What number was this? Was 7 of 12. We got a bunch of those. 7 of 12. Let's see. This one is 8 of 12. Yeah, we got that one. This one was 9 of 12. Another one with STS 51 with Lou. Another one with 8 of 12. Here's the patch again, 7 of 12. 1, 2, and 12 we need. And I have to upload all these to ARISS. Here's another good one of the patch. Let's see what else we got. Lou, we got this one. This is the 11 of 12. Knew I had that. That is Owen Garriott. He was from the This was 9 of 12. We got that. This one, this is STS 51, but I can't read what number picture it is. And I got 2 of them. I got the JPEG and the bitmap. I'll have to look at the site and see which one that is. I'm looking through all the images I got. I think I got this one. Oh, no, I didn't get this one. I got to see what number this is. Oh, here it is. This is a better one of that, but we didn't get the whole thing. See, what happens is if the satellite comes up and it's already in the middle of sending an image, you're not going to get the image. All right. I think that's it. I got to find out what number image this is. I can't tell you off the top of my head. But that'll give you an idea. Doug, Iman, Deet, Ed, everybody's here. Glad everybody's here today. I'm thanking you for coming there, Doug. Let's close this window. And Doug, where are you at? You're probably with a call sign like KO4. You're down here near me in Florida, right? KO4 Oscar November Charlie. You're in Jupiter, Florida. Hey, Michael, nice to have you here. Wait a minute. I got the wrong call sign. Is it Quebec November Charlie? KO4 Quebec November Charlie? Am I reading it wrong? Devil Hills, North Carolina. It's another Michael, but you say your name is Doug Lane. What am I doing? Oh, KQ4. Duh. KQ4 Oscar November Charlie. It helps if I put the right call sign in. There you are, Doug. All right, we found Doug. There he is, right there. There's Doug. Doug, you'll be able to find me mostly on 20 meters and 40 meters and local repeaters. Kenwood and Yaesu HF running 100 watts using an attic-mounted Buckmaster OCF dipole antenna. Have a Yaesu mobile 50 watt, Yaesu HT, mobile HF on Yaesu 991A. That was my first HF radio. and I didn't like it. And I couldn't afford to just buy another radio, so what I did was I sold that and bought my 7300. What do you get if you collect all 12? Deet wants to know. Well, if we go to ARISS, let's go to that page right now. Here's the page where you submit them. You submit the images. And then you can apply for a certificate where they will put the images that you downloaded into the certificate and show you the ones you got. And you really don't get anything for it other than a certificate. Here's where you could see. Oh, that's not what I want. I wanted to hit the main gallery. Here, main gallery page. Let's go there. Here are the images. This is where I'm going to have to go to try to figure out what images I got. By the way, right here on the top right, it says, please consider making a financial donation to support ARISS. I did that, and I sent them another $100. I hope they put it to good use. But here are the images people have uploaded already. Here's a crew picture I didn't get. Here's another picture I didn't get from STS-51. These I got, that this one I didn't get. So some of the images I got, some of them I didn't. This is one of the images I did get. I should go back. Let me go back and see. Did that open up a new window or? Yeah. All right. So this is number 2 of 12, which I don't have. And 1 of 12. It's 11 of 12. 3 of 12. I got that one. 4 of 12. I got that one. Hello to Doug. Everybody say hi to Doug. Doug, is this your first time here? I think it is. This image I don't have. This one is 12 of 12. So this is number 12. I didn't get that image. I didn't see 1 of 12. Was this it? This was it right here. This is 1 of 12. Right there. That one I did not get. Bummer. That's a nice one. Anyway, I got almost all of them. We're missing 12 and 2 and 1. I think 2, I got a partial of number 2. That's this first one right here. That's 2 of 12. So that one I didn't get. But anyway, there's the story at Morning Glory. I hope you guys had fun with this contest. Not contest. It was just like an experiment they were doing. It's fun to try to collect all 12 and get the certificate. I'm going to submit all my good ones. I'm going to submit to ARISS using the status page, which is right there. This is the page. What you do, you go to this page, right? Over here, you put your name. And then if you're a formal or informal educator, undergraduate level or higher, formal or informal educator, high school level or lower. I'm a student, an undergrad. I'm a student at a high school level or lower. Check which is appropriate. Me, none of them. So I put my name here. I put my call sign here. So here, I'll just show you one of them. KO4 PDI is my call sign. Fram2, don't need that. Email address, I put my call sign email address in here. That's KO4PDI at 1791.com. Select region. The region I'm in is North America. Come on, wake up. So we picked North America. That was a chirp. I got that. What's taking it so? I don't know what's going on with this thing. Why it's so long. Okay. Then you put your grid square. In my case, it's Echo Lima 99JN. the date I captured the image. Put the date that you captured the image here. Oh, okay. Thank you, Doug, for being a subscriber and being your first time here for a live. All right, so now you click Choose File. Now, I mentioned this on a couple of live streams the other day. For some reason, SSTV saves everything as a bitmap. Well, you can't upload a bitmap to this. You have to upload a JPEG, a GIF, or I forget what other formats you can do, but click here, Choose File. This is my sat log box, so we don't want that. We got to go to this PC, local disk C, ham radio, SSTV, history, or I go over here. This is the Apollo. Let's see, that's a bitmap image. Here, this one's a JPEG. So there you go right there, the Apollo Soyuz. I tell it to open it. And where's my... I did. I closed the... Anyway, I got to go back and look at the history and find out what the date and time I got this were and put that in there. And then I hit upload. That's all there is to it. After you hit upload, it's going to take you to a page where you can click if you want a certificate. And if you do, once you finish uploading all your images, I think you got another week to upload your images. After you upload your images, they will send you a certificate via email with your data on it. All right? So there you go. I hope that helps. I love doing this. I'm going to get back on the birds starting today. I'll try to get on a couple of satellites. What was that chirp we just heard? What satellite is that going over? The antenna's aiming at it. Oh, that's SO-125. And I see stuff on a waterfall. I'll try to talk. Let's see if we can get somebody. It's an FM transponder, so we have no PL tone selected, so you don't need a tone for this. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Let's switch to the SAT screen so you can see what I'm doing. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. I'm surprised this doesn't need a PL. Let me put 67 on here just in case. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. KO4 PDI, Echo Lima 99. I'm not hearing my voice come back. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Oh. Somebody's saying something on there. Something's bogging down my computer and I don't know what it is. That's what it is. I'm shutting off WSJTX. Echo Lima 99. November 2, Fox Yankee Alpha. How you doing there, John? Good morning.
Yeah, we're doing okay on this end over here. I heard you calling on the other satellite there, but you weren't hearing me.
Yep, I totally understand. I'm doing a live stream right now just talking about all the images I downloaded from the ISS over the last week.
KO4PDI with C3 Alpha Tango November.
Okay, QSL. Okay, we'll catch you later. KO4PDI into FYA. Take care. Good luck.
Roger, Roger. Was that Whiskey 3 Alpha Tango November I just heard? Whiskey 3 station, come back. I think that's who it was. We'll see. Yeah, we made 2 contacts. What's up next? AO91's going to do an 11-degree pass. Let's try AO91. We'll switch over to that. We got 4 minutes until that comes up, so we could sit around and wait. What else we got to do today? It's Sunday. Sunday. Raceway Park, Englishtown, New Jersey. Remember those commercials? I do. Like it was yesterday. That's how old I am. It goes back to the 60s. All right, so we were talking about the pictures I got. So I got more pictures than I thought. I didn't get 3 of them. 1, 2, and 12 I didn't get. I think actually 2 I got, but it's only partial. It's not the whole thing. So when you consider I had this radio going for a week straight, never shut it off, had it tracking continuously, the ISS, I think I did pretty good. I'm just bummed out that some of the images that I really wanted, I didn't get. I never had a chance to get all 12, otherwise I would have had them. I got partials of a 1 and 2. Actually, no, I got partials of 2. I really wish I had 12, but I don't. Not a problem. All right. So, yeah, we got time. And actually, this one's not going to be a great pass either. AO91's not going to be very high. I guess probably won't be getting on another bird until SO50 comes back at about 10 to 12. Today is when I'll try to get that one again. We got AO27 coming up at 11:22. So we got a little over an hour. It's actually less than an hour till that comes up. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it live. I'm not going to stream that long. I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of stuff we did on the live feeds and the SSTV images that we got from the ISS. It's a lot of fun. It makes you really want to use your radio when they do stuff like that, because you're trying to get them all. You want to get them all. I know my buddy Don, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, the last time they did this, got all 12 images, and they came out really good. Sadly, there weren't a lot of passes during the day. It was mostly very early in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, or late at night. But I left the radio going anyway, and it recorded them. What I will do before I finish uploading everything is go through the recordings I have on the 9700, play them back, and listen to them with my phone, and see if I have the images that I didn't decode on the computer, if I have them there. We'll see. All right, the antenna is going back to its normal. No, it's turning to get to AO91. AO91 is coming up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right, let's hang tight for AO91. Maybe we can get that. Would be nice. Anybody got anything they want to say in the chat? Come on back. I'm watching the chat carefully. Doug was the last one to mention something. Thanks for coming, Doug. Thank you for following and subscribing. Iman, you're old faithful, man. You're there all the time. I try to get on during the day sometimes so you can hear it, so we're not always on in the middle of the night for you. Because I know you like to watch and listen. Iman, did you get any of the SSTV images? That's a good question. I know you were looking at them and you were thinking of doing it. And most of the time, when the ISS comes up from the southwest of me and passes by me, it goes right over Northern Ireland. That's a perfect pass for you. Probably about 10 minutes or so after it passes me. My doggie needs to go out and play today. I want to try to teach her how to swim. That's my next thing. There's the chirp. We got 4 people watching now. Thank you for watching, everybody that's there on YouTube. I didn't even look at X or Facebook. Although if I go to Facebook, that's pretty easy. Just go to my profile. Yep, I'm streaming live on Facebook too right now. And Ed, I see you're typing on Facebook. You're watching from. All right. Oh, this was a Support Your Parks weekend. What's the matter with me? Why didn't I do something about that? I should have done something. I should be live on X also, so I'll hit my profile on X and just check that out. All right. Yep, I'm streaming live on X. No longer streaming live on TikTok. I did. The nice thing is I have vidIQ on my profile, and I also have, what is it? Wait, I'll remember. Oh, Restream.io. There's a AI thing that makes viral clips out of your lives. So I'll post a few of those here. I love having that. It's definitely worth it. It edits the video. I can tweak it a little after it's done. But, yeah, it basically does everything for me. It's great. It edits those little shorts that I put out that are a minute long. All right, let's see what's going on with the satellite now. We have it. We're transmitting up on 70 centimeter and down on 2 meter, and it's FM. Let's see if we hear anybody. This is a good direction for me. There's like no obstacles in this direction. Kilo Oscar for Papa Delta India Echo Lima 99. Don't hear anything yet. It's a very low pass. It's only 7 degrees above the horizon. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Nothing yet. Let's see if we hear the telemetry. Nope. I got nothing. And according to AMSAT page, let's see. AO91 has been heard as recently as 8:31 UTC. It is now, that's a long time ago. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything in this. KO4 PDI Echo Lima 99. Just for blank and giggles, let's update the TLE. Should come back and tell me. Yes, it did. 123 satellites. Close this. Search AO91 again. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India, Echo Lima 99. Nothing. Hey, Doug just followed us on X also. Excellent. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for the follow. I got like 1,027 followers on X. TikTok, I got a bunch of followers too, but I can't do. I set up TikTok 3 times. One time I streamed live. The next day I got a notice saying I can't stream live on TikTok. Don't know why. Don't have any clue. Something about what I'm doing isn't what they wanted. Nobody on AO91. Let's just turn the volume down on that. Let's go back over here. All right, everybody. That's about it for now. Thanks so much for watching and following and supporting the channel. I just renewed my subscription on X, so I can still stream live there. That cost me $84. Anything you do from my affiliate mentions and stuff, that any money I make goes right back into keeping this all working. Any support you can give me is so greatly welcome. If you look in the notes on this this video, you can see the link to the ARISS page to upload your images and to look at the gallery of images. And if you look at the gallery of images and you type in a call sign, it will show you all the images that call sign uploaded. So feel free to go there and put my call sign in and see how many images I uploaded. Our club, K4FC, go our QSL card for our contact with ISS Johnny Kim during the field day. Yeah, I got a contact with Johnny Kim also that day, and I got my QSO card the other day. So did Roger, K4 Victor India. He got his. He's down in Lake County, Florida. Yeah, they really. Bruce Hunter was great at getting the QSL cards out. Now, if you don't send him a QSL card, you're not going to get a QSL card. You got to go to the ARISS page and type in. Tell you what, let's just do it so I can show you. Let's switch views here. Let's go to Satellite Pass Live and watch this. Oh, I don't want to go do it on that. That's on YouTube. I don't want to change that page. Let's go over here. Okay, ariss.org. Hit enter, and it's going to take you to this page. It's coming. Sit tight. That's not the page I want, but that's all right. Let's go to the home page. This is the home page for ARISS. And if you go over to General Contacts, scroll down, you see QSL cards. Here's how you get a QSL card from the International Space Station. You click on this. This is what the card looks like. And here is the address. Bruce Hunter, Whiskey 6 Whiskey Whiskey is his call sign. ARISS QSL Manager, Lakota Road, Apple Valley, California. You send him that. If you click here, you could email him. You send him your QSO card, and he will, with all the information from your contact with Johnny Kim, and he will send you this QSO card right here. And in the back here will be filled out with all your data and all your information. I have 8 of these cards. I love having them because for some reason they don't confirm in LOTW. So having a QSL card is your best way to prove that you definitely had a contact on the International Space Station. If they send you one of these back, they got you in their logbook. So, and that is absolutely true, Jeff. Apollo 11 landed. God, I can't believe it's 56 years. I remember being up at night and watching that as a little kid. 56 years ago. That means I was 14 years old when Apollo 11 landed on the moon, and I watched it on TV. What's really cool, if you ever get down to Kennedy Space Center, they have a theater that has an audio animatronic display that's been there since the 70s. It's old. But they play the video of Apollo 11 landing on the moon, and you hear about the 1209 error that came up 2 or 3 times, which was an overload of the computer on the LEM. And they were flying by the seat of their pants. I will just say that. Buzz Aldrin was given call-outs to NASA, and Neil Armstrong was piloting the Lunar Excursion Module, a.k.a. LEM, and he went off the computer. The computer was going to have him land in a bunch of boulders, and Neil Armstrong took control of the LEM and flew it manually away from the area where the boulders were, and that caused an issue because they were running low on fuel. If I think they had 20 seconds of fuel left when they finally landed, and they could not use that. If they didn't land in that while they had 20 seconds of fuel left, they were going to have to push the abort button and take off and go back and rendezvous with the command module. And if you watch the video, at one point you hear Mission Control say, "We copy you on the ground, Eagle. You had a bunch of guys holding their breath down here. They're breathing again. No, you had a bunch of guys about to turn blue down here. They're breathing again." That was right after Neil Armstrong said, "Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed." That's when the Capcom said, "We copy you down, Eagle. You had a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again." And that was, you could watch the video of that happening live. It was scary because nobody knew if they were going to do it. They didn't know if when they touched down, they were going to sink right into the ground and get swallowed up like quicksand or something. They had no idea what was going to happen. So that was what was pretty cool. And when you listen to the video, you could probably find this on YouTube also. When you listen to the video, you hear Buzz Aldrin saying, thanks, Ed. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. And subscribe, too. Hit the bell. Anyway, what happened was Buzz Aldrin's giving out call-outs, contact lights. That was 3 of the legs of the Lunar Excursion Module had big, long probes on them. Once those probes touched the ground, they could kill the engine, and it would drop, and it wouldn't drop so hard to cause any damage. They knew they could do that. They could kill the engine as soon as they saw those contact lights. And that's what they did. And Neil Armstrong manually flew the LEM to a clear spot where they could land, and it was absolutely incredible. Doug was 7 years old. I was 14, so I'm older than you, huh? Okay, Doug. No problem. I think I look younger than you, though. No, I'm only busting. Ignore me. Anyway, yeah, that was, and these people today that say, "Oh, you didn't land on the moon." Amy Schertel, Vintage Space. Go look for that channel, Vintage Space. She does a great video on proving the people that think we didn't really land on the moon are full of crap. She can prove that we did land on the moon. Their famous thing they like to say is, "Oh, you can't see the stars." No, you can't. If you know anything about photography, you'll understand why. The sun was so bright on the astronauts and on the foreground that the aperture had to shut down to the point where you could not see stars anymore. They could see stars if they looked up, but you couldn't see it because the camera aperture can't. For instance, what's the aperture? That's the opening of the hole. All right, I'm going to give you a little photography lesson here. All right. A camera consists of a shutter, an aperture, and the film. The sensitivity of the film is measured in an ISO. All right. Your eye has the same thing. The film in your eye is actually your retina. The aperture is your pupil. You know how it opens and closes in the sunlight when it's bright out and when it's dark out? Well, your eye has the capacity to see about 22 f-stops. An f-stop is the size of the opening in the aperture of the camera. So your eye can see very much, like if I'm looking at my monitor right here, I got a light on the top right shining down on me, right? That's right up there, shining down on me. But under the monitor is dark compared to that, but I could still make out things under the monitor. If I had a camera here and I was shooting this with a camera, you would see the bright light, but you wouldn't be able to see the dark side because that takes over the picture. So that's what happened. And that's why you couldn't see the stars on the moon when the astronauts were there. Mythbusters also did a great episode on that. And not only that, I mean, this was during the height of the Cold War. 2 things happened after we landed on the moon. Russia stopped trying because they wanted to be first, and they didn't. We were first. So they didn't want to get involved. And don't you think the Soviet Union, you have to try to understand this, in the 60s, we were practicing hiding under our desks in our schoolroom to avoid a nuclear attack. Well, dirty little secret is your desk ain't going to do anything, and you're going to get crushed in the rubble when the building collapses after the nuclear weapon goes off. However, that was the atmosphere back then. So we thought the Soviet Union would attack us at any time as soon as they got a bigger bomb than we had. And they had sent Sputnik up which orbited the Earth, which meant if it's orbiting the Earth, they can make it drop down anywhere they want, which means they can hit anywhere in the United States with a nuclear weapon if they figured out a way to launch it into space. And that was the whole point of the space race, was to prove we could get to higher ground before they could. If you know anything about war, if you know anything about anything to do with military tactics and stuff like that, the high ground is where you want to be. Well, what's higher than the moon, right? The moon is the highest high ground you can get on Earth. It orbits the Earth, and it goes around the Earth all the time. So that was the space race, was to get to the moon first. So we got to the moon first. And the Soviets immediately ended their lunar program at that point. Why would they end it if we really didn't do it? They would keep trying. How about this? With the way that the Cold War was going at the time, ever since World War II, the Soviets were communist and we were capitalists. Ever since World War II, we've been in conflict. We've been in competition with each other. Do you think if there was the slightest bit of evidence that we didn't land on the moon, the Soviets wouldn't have exploited that as best they could to take advantage of us? Come on. They would have brought out all that proof and proved to us that we really didn't do it. So all you flat earthers, all you people that think we didn't land on the moon, kiss my ass. Period. I don't even want to hear it. And another good proof of that is a guy had come up to Buzz Aldrin one time and tried to get him to admit that we really didn't land on the moon. And you know what he did? He cold-cocked the guy, punched him right in the face. He got charged with assault. The guy sued him. They get to court, and the judge is sitting there, and he's hearing the case, and he looks at the guy. He goes, "You know who this man is? He's a national hero." And he threw the case out of court, and nothing happened to Buzz. What do we got here? Real interesting stuff going on now with the China going to the dark side of the moon here lately. Okay. We've been there too, by the way. We've been to the dark side of the moon. We've had 12. Oh, how many men orbited the moon? There's 5 missions that landed, 1 that didn't, so 6. So that's 3 times 6 is 36. No. 18. 18 men have orbited the moon, and they've been to the dark side of the moon. By the way, it's not the dark side of the moon, it's the far side of the moon. Just a little... It's not like one side of the moon is always dark and one side is always light. No, it's not like that at all. As a matter of fact, watch the next full moon that comes up by your house. Watch it at night when it rises, and look at it in the morning when it's setting. You'll see it looks like it's turned. It's because it's orbiting the Earth. It always faces the Earth, but the Earth, the same side of the moon always faces the Earth, but the moon orbits the Earth, so the light travels around the moon. When you have a new moon, you're looking at the dark side of the moon. Actually, you're looking at the same side of the moon you're always looking at. The difference is the sun isn't on it at that moment. The far side is well lit up at that point. So remember that the moon is orbiting us, and it is rotating on its axis, and it does it once every 30 days, once every 30 days. All right, on that note, if China goes on the far side of the moon, no sweat. We've been there. We've done that. We've landed satellites over there. It's nothing new. What I really want to see is our humans land back on the moon again in my lifetime. I'm now 70. I was 14 the last time. Actually, no, I was 18 the last time we did it. It was 1972 when Gene Cernan went up on Apollo 17. I'm blessed. I have an autographed plaque by Gene Cernan that highlights all the accomplishments in the space program from Mercury to Apollo. Really nice plaque. Someday I'll show it to you. It's autographed by him too. And I always thought Gene Cernan, he was my favorite astronaut. I felt so bad. He didn't want to die with the moniker of the last man on the moon, but he did, sadly. So he's hoping that somebody else takes that moniker away from him eventually. All right. That was a nice little time together. Why am I still wearing my headphones? Guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you had fun with the slow scan TV images. I hope some of the videos I did helped you out. and getting those images. And good luck to you in the next endeavors that you might attempt. It is a Support Your Parks weekend, so if you want to hunt some park people right now, it would be a good time. What is Ed saying here? I asked Steve Nagal about the flat earthers. He laughed, and we had a good conversation. Was he an astronaut, Ed? I don't know. Was he one of the astronauts? So it's possible. I don't know. Steve Nagal or Nagel, Nagel. All right, we got 6 people watching now. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you check the notes out where it says "See More" underneath. Click on that, and you'll see the links to where to upload your images to and where to see the images that have been uploaded. And let's just go right here for a second. Here's the links I'm talking about right here. If you like, here's my image right here. Under here, you'll see more. Click on see more. Maybe I can get back to see less. Nope. All right, but here's the 2 links I'm telling you about right here underneath the video. So make sure you check that out and you get on there. And thank you, everybody who's come by. We got 1,150 followers now on YouTube. Do me a favor, click the like button. We got 6 people watching right now. I want to see 6 likes on the screen right now. He flew with Buzz on what? On the Gemini flight? It's possible. Who was it? Who was with Buzz Aldrin on the Gemini flight? Let's ask. We could do ChatGPT. Do you know that Buzz Aldrin's Gemini flight was the first selfie in space? All right, let's shrink this screen down. Satellite pass display capture. Boop, 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 boop. Let me shrink this down so you can see ChatGPT. Right here. This is cool. Watch this. Yes, allow. Hey, chat, do you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. Sounds like everything's working on my end. Let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Yes, there is. I got a question. Who flew with Buzz Aldrin on his Gemini flight, and what was the Gemini flight number?
Buzz Aldrin flew on Gemini 12, and his crewmate on that mission was Jim Lovell. That was the last mission of the Gemini program, and it paved the way for the Apollo missions. Pretty cool piece of history.
Roger that. By the way, did you know that on that Gemini 11 flight, Buzz Aldrin took the first selfie in space?
Yeah, that's such a fun fact. Buzz Aldrin's space selfie is pretty iconic. He took it during a spacewalk, and it's considered one of the first selfies ever taken in space. Definitely a neat piece of trivia.
All right, so Ed Nagal walked on the moon. Okay. Chat, on what Apollo mission did Ed Nagal walk on the moon?
Edgar Mitchell, often called Ed, walked on the moon during the Apollo 14 mission. He was the lunar module pilot, and he explored the lunar surface with Alan Shepard in early 1971.
A little bit of trivia for you guys there. Alan Shepard was the first American to fly in space. Ta-da! You didn't know that, did you? I don't think it's Ed Nagal. She gave me Ed Mitchell as the person who walked on the moon. But let's ask her this. Chat, was there another Ed who walked on the moon besides Ed Mitchell?
No, Ed Mitchell was the only astronaut named Ed who walked on the moon. There were other astronauts.
Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Never mind. Hold on, chat. Steve Nagal. Steve Nagal, did he walk on the moon?
No worries. Steve Nagel was actually an astronaut who flew on the space shuttle missions, but he didn't walk on the moon. He was part of NASA's astronaut group that came after the Apollo era, so all his missions were aboard the space shuttle.
All right, you got that, Ed? Steve Nagal never walked on the moon. He was part of the shuttle missions. So, Ed, Steve Nagal did not walk on the moon. If he told you he did, he didn't. He came in after Apollo, at least according to ChatGPT. And he didn't fly with, I don't know where he flew with Buzz Aldrin. Let's ask. Hey, chat, did Steve Nagal ever fly with Buzz Aldrin?
No, Steve Nagel and Buzz Aldrin didn't fly together. Buzz Aldrin's missions were during the Gemini and Apollo eras in the 1960s and early 70s, while Steve Nagel flew on the space shuttle in the 1980s and 90s. So their careers didn't overlap in a way that put them on the same crew.
Thank you, chat.
You're very welcome. If you have any more questions or just want to chat, I'm here.
That's my girlfriend, everybody. I turn her on anytime I need to find out something, if it's true or not. My pronunciation of the last name is wrong. Oh, Nagel. Nagal or Nagel? She pronounced it Nagel. Type it in. Okay. Who is Steve? Nagel. Steve Nagal was an American astronaut, test pilot, and U.S. Air Force officer. His quick overview of who he was: named Stephen Ray Nagel, born 1946. He died August 21st, 2014 in Columbia, Missouri. Hey, Dave. Hello, New Jersey. Good to see you, Dave. So he died in 2014. He was selected a NASA astronaut in 1979. So he never flew with Buzz Aldrin because Buzz Aldrin was long since done flying space missions by 1979. The last Apollo mission was in 1972. So he never flew that. He flew on STS-51, the Discovery, which that's the one we were celebrating 40-year anniversary today with these pictures. I bet you I got pictures of him. He's in there. He also flew in 1985 on STS-51G, STS-61A in 1985, Challenger, also known as D1, a West German Space Lab mission. He also flew on STS-37 in 1991. Atlantis deployed the Compton Gamma Ray Observatory. And he flew on STS-55 in 1993. I find it hard to believe the numbers are going down. He logged 723 hours in space. Well, that's the story. Now you know who he is. It's right there on the screen. And New Jersey's here. Dave, nice to meet you, Dave. So Steve Nagal was an astronaut who's passed away in 2014. And I typed it in that time, so I know I got it right. And I think that's about it for now. I am going to end this live stream now and get ready to have some lunch. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Was to say every once in a while I take a ride past Buzz's childhood home, 5 minutes from me. That is cool. He lives down here in Florida now. I have seen him at the Kennedy Space Center when they did the opening of the Astronaut Hall of Fame at Kennedy Space Center. He was there, and I did buy 2 of his books autographed. No Dream Too High is the name of the book, and the subtitle is There Are Footprints on the Moon. And I thought that was a really cool, cute way of saying it. All right, no problem, Ed. Not a problem. I know. Oh, thank you. Nice to see me. Nice to see you too, David. It's my pleasure. So I hope you guys enjoyed the SSTV. This was just a quick little summary of it. I'm wearing my 40-year anniversary of the ARISS in honor of Frank Bauer and those guys there. And I'm so happy I got so many good pictures of Lou Ferrigno. No, that's the Hulk. Duh. Lou McFadden, Whiskey 5 Delta India Delta, the creator and builder of the power supply that is on the International Space Station right now. He's in Orlando, Florida. I got to meet him back in February at Hamcation and did a little interview with him, which in my opening video on my YouTube channel, you can see me and him together. There's a nice plaque in front of his home. I would love to go see that someday, David, but I haven't been back to New Jersey in about 6 years. Actually, no, it's less. 4 years. I was last up there in 21 when my brother passed away. I stopped up there. It was fun. Anyway, I would love to see it. You know who was really fun to see that was from New Jersey? Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra was something else. You got to go see his museum. There's a really great commercial with Yogi Berra in his museum where the cleaning lady is dusting everything, and there's a statue of Yogi Berra, and it's on a rotating platform. She dusts it off, and he makes it was really him. It wasn't a statue. I got to find that on YouTube and share that with you guys. That would be fun. All right. That's it for now. We've been streaming about an hour, a little over an hour. Woof. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got some good good pictures from the ISS this past week. Sadly, it's not going to be over me again until after the slow scan TV experiment is over. I might just get on the repeater when it comes by this afternoon around 2 something. You met him at the museum. Isn't that the coolest thing? He's Yogi Berra. The first time I met Yogi Berra was early 80s. I was down here with my ex-wife. We were on a vacation, and we went to a Yankee, a Yankee preseason game. And at the time, the stadium they were at, when the Yankees left the field, they walked right through the crowd to the locker room, and I got to meet Yogi Berra there, and a bunch of the other players were there, Roy White and all these guys. That's how long ago it was. And it was really cool to meet him and see him in person. He's a little guy, little tiny guy. And then when David Cohn pitched his perfect game, Don Larson and Yogi Berra threw out the first pitch. And not David Cohn. Don Larson and Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra was the catcher, and Don Larson was the pitcher. He threw the first pitch to Yogi Berra. And then he posed with David Cohn, Joe Girardi, who David Cohn pitched a perfect game that day, and Larson and Yogi Berra and David Wells and Jorge Posada were the other ones that had those three batteries. Battery is the pitcher and catcher. Those three batteries were the only three batteries in the history of the New York Yankees to pitch a perfect game, and they were all there that day. And they got a picture with all six of them together, and I wish I had that picture. I saw a copy of that picture autographed online, and I was like, damn, I would kill to have that, because you're not going to get that anymore, because Don Larson's no longer with us, Yogi's no longer with us, and you can never get all six of them again. And that was pretty freaking cool, being a Yankee fan. I'm a big Yankee fan. All right, now I'm just rambling, just going. I just rambled for 2 minutes. I can't believe that. I'll stop now. I'll say mercy and I'll stop. Yeah, that's in Montclair. Yep, that's in Montclair, David. I know exactly where that. I have friends that live in Montclair. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Remember, it's Sunday. Make sure you bow your head and thank Jesus that we live here in the greatest country in the world. And enjoy yourselves today. So God bless you all. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Papa Delta India, the Ham Fun Guy, reminding you, don't do anything I wouldn't do, at least not without me. All right? KO4 PDI, I'll be clear.